mean, it could go harder, but that's hard.
I know. I need to find where Zollner went like heavy in the middle. I got to redo it. But
It's a double bass.
maybe if we get some sponsorships, we can get somebody on the music on the whatever. Because I'm exhausted.
Sure.
I'm a one man team out here. Nobody's helping me. I got some writers. We got some writers on the backside, but nobody's helping me with graphics.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, not calling you out.
Yeah, I wouldn't know the first thing about that.
No, not at all. Welcome to Blake Street Banter, where one of us knows what the word banter means. The other one's just along for the ride. James is joining us from Pacific College.
I don't know. It says PL in the corner, so
Pacific League. Pacific Ling. Oh, it's a pretty ballpark. It's definitely a high school park. I dig it.
one of the better high school parks in the world by the view of it.
It's definitely Cali League.
You think?
Yeah, because it's got it's got palm trees. That's definitely the Pacific Ocean.
Could be a Hawaii.
Oh, there you go. It might be Hawaii. I don't feel like they play tennis in Hawaii, though. I don't know. All right. So I want to show you something real quick.
Okay.
So I want to show you. Oh man. So this is. We're gonna add this to the stream. So this is the Atlanta Braves sharing. Oh, that goes hard. Of the 2024 schedule.
It's super lame, by the way.
No, gosh dang it. I'm terrible at this. You think this is lame?
Yeah, I think it's really lame.
Like corny or like?
Yeah.
Like, did you notice how they changed the home uniform? Like opening weekend, 5-7. Right? And just go through it.
Sure, I think it's super lame.
Like in what way?
That you're sharing your 24 schedule through MLB The Show video game. Like, it's super lame.
Okay, so would you rather have that or this?
Well, I'm gonna be a little biased, I guess, but like I'd rather just have the schedule. I mean, the video game is super corny. Like, really, it is.
I disagree. I thought it went hard.
No, not at all.
Let's do it the Royals.
Put out a promo video or something. That's fine. But yeah, okay. That's a better graphic than the Rockies graphic.
That's a much better graphic than the Rockies graphic. Is this about Major League Baseball asked us to reveal our schedule? So here's the Royals doing a promo video and the schedule.
Okay, this is good. This is much better.
So it's Bigfoot dancing in front of the Royals Hall of Fame sign while the schedule just literally scrolls like an end of the TV show credit scene.
Yeah, better than the video game graphic.
Okay, I actually like that. One more. All right, one more.
No production, just vibes.
Just like vibes, and those are solid vibes. We're not done yet. Orioles. The playground was not there when we were there.
Facts.
Okay, this isn't a schedule, is it?
No.
So this is just a badass highlight video.
Getting pumped up for second half.
Ooh. Sunday Night Baseball at the Yard. Schedule, release. So sweet graphic by the Orioles with a link. That's about it. Okay. I just feel like the Rockies should have done more.
Yeah, that's pretty boring.
This is boring. This is boring, right?
It is.
Probably just as boring as people listening to this right now. So I just
let's keep it moving.
yeah, let's move on. So the All-Star game was this week. Did you were you able to watch?
Yeah, I watched it, but to be honest with you, like I didn't care about it too much.
I mean, should you?
Obviously, no, and I guess that's the point. Like, it's all just for fun,
right?
I mean, honestly, like it's just for fun, which some people, obviously are fine with that. I I much more prefer the All-Star game when there's something on the line. And I know this is controversial and a lot of people don't like it, but when they played for home field advantage for the World Series, that shit was awesome. Like it
I liked it.
Awesome.
I was a fan of it also.
I really was. And I understand, and I say that with 100% understanding why people hated that and, how it disadvantages certain teams and leagues, and it shouldn't come down to that. I understand, but like it was so much fun. And I remember that 13 inning game. I think it was 2012, 13 innings. It was super, super intense. Dan Uggla had 3 errors. I think Aaron Cook was at the year he pitched 3 scoreless innings.
I'm bringing up Noah's article. Go to our website, BlakeStreetBanter.com, and get caught up with all their All-Star Rockies moments. I'm bringing that up right now to confirm the year for you.
That was so much fun. And being a Rockies fan, when our team obviously wasn't in it, you still rooted for the National League, who obviously hadn't been winning the All-Star game in a long time, or, had been like 1 in their last 10 or whatever.
You were way off. Aaron Cook, 2008.
Oh, excuse me. But I still think that was a game. I still think that was a game where the World Series home field advantage was on the line.
Yeah.
And then it was 2012, I think. Dan Uggla had 3 errors for the Marlins, which was a little tough to watch because I remember rooting for the National League, obviously. Oh, my God. Like, that was so much fun. That was so intense. So intense.
Yeah. And now it made you tune in. It made you tune in.
Right. And now it's just for fun, which is fine. I guess that's what it should be.
But what makes it fun? Like, it's not any different, right? Like the NBA does a draft. Like they have 2 captains, they draft people from both leagues, they put it together. That's kind of fun.
The feedback on that has been bad.
I dig it. I like it. I don't need league versus league. I just want guys going together and give me the best 5 against the best 5. Like that would be sweet. I sometimes tune into the NBA All-Star game. I tune into the All-Star game more than I do the regular season. The NHL does the 3-on-3 tournament, which is absolutely insane. It's so much fun. That is hands down the best All-Star game. The MLS brings in a foreign team, and they bring the top 15, 20 players of the MLS into play against like a Manchester City. That's different. That's fun. What about this All-Star game? The MLB All-Star game is fun. It's baseball. It's the best, but you know what I mean? Like, what's fun about it?
Well, I mean, the only thing that's fun about it is that you see if it's in your city, that's ultra fun, right?
Yeah, the festivities, they're fun.
You see the best of the best versus the best, which is fun. It's not something that you have to manufacture like with the Pro Bowl of the NFL or do a draft like the NBA. Which again, the feedback on that's been horrible. The flag football game for NFL has gotten really good feedback this last year, which is great. But yeah, the MLB All-Star game it's just kind of pure, I guess, which makes it fun. Like you don't have to alter it all that much, but I did really enjoy it when there was something on the line. Yeah.
And that would have made Elias Diaz's 2-run bomb game winner that much sweeter, right? Like it was sweet. It was when you were watching, did you kind of have that feeling like, yo, he's going to do it? Or were you like, fuck, here it goes?
No, it's kind of the most unexpected outcome. Like there's nobody in the world that would have put money on that Diaz is going to be the MVP. But the unfortunate reality is that him winning MVP of the All-Star game is the best Rockies highlight that's happened in 20 years and 15 years. And that's kind of sad.
And
yeah,
it sucks.
The only moment that you can put that up against in the last 20 years is Tony Walter's RBI infield hit against the Cubs, which is it's a great moment. But when you think about the best baseball moments in Rockies history, you tend not to think about an infield RBI.
No.
So
we all know it. We all remember it. But yeah, it sucks that those are our moments. But I mean, it's a good thing we're not a Yankees fan because they have not had a losing season since 35 years ago. So I mean, at least we're not in that boat.
Right, and they have 9 players in the top 100. So
Yeah. Just we
thank
are
God,
so lucky we're not Yankees fans.
thank God.
Definitely.
And
Thank God.
they're the
Thank God.
front runners to get Shohei. So
Yeah, I saw that.
no biggie.
Landing spot for Shohei is Los Angeles, right? You know what? No, it's not. It's not.
It's going to be the Yankees until Boston comes out of nowhere and
No,
sends the house.
Dude man's going to Seattle.
Nah.
Seattle. What if he went to Oakland and then Oakland stayed in Oakland?
No.
He's that much of a baseball god.
Stop.
How sweet would that be? Would that be the best Rockies moment?
If he went to the A's and he was in Vegas, like I could see that. Maybe.
He's going to a low key spot. Shoot, he might even go to Texas. He does not like. He likes the limelight. Like he can handle the limelight, but I don't know if he likes the limelight.
Texas isn't low key. If he wants to make a name for himself, he needs to go to the Miami Marlins.
That'd be sick.
Like, let's be real. Like
him and
you
Yuri
can,
Perez. That'd be sick.
right? Just set baseball records in front of 500 fans during the playoffs. Be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be fun. All right, how do we fix the All-Star game? So we just dogged on it. We have no idea where Otani's going. He's not going to a Rocky. That'd be sick. But how do we fix the All-Star game? So let's go snake draft. I go first. Let's do 3 new rules to make it sick, to make it more fun, right? To make it fun. Baseball's fun. It's always fun. When you have the best doing the best gets the best. That's fun. I mean, there was even that added drama, right, with Julio Rodriguez coming in. Almost was going to get that game tying or game winning home run there in the ninth. But how do we fix it? So my number one fix, all right, it's a weird rule, but all major league pitchers have a fastball, and most of them clock high 90s if you're in the All-Star game. 60% of your pitches in your outing have to be at least fastballs. I'm going to 70% because I don't know if 60 is high enough. 70% of your pitches, you just do. How do you keep?
What if you get below 70%?
Then you are automatically disqualified from ever being an all-star ever again in any sport at any level.
Okay.
Yeah, you lose all all-star credibility by not following the rules.
Okay.
But 70% of all pitches should be fastballs.
Okay.
Right? More bombs, more hits, more action. Not trying to hit a nasty sweeper from any angle. You get more action is what as commish Manfred would want.
Okay, let's not bring him into this.
I hope he's listening. He might be our one listener right now. So you go back-to-back rules is how this works. So it's like a snake.
Sure. Okay.
Remember playing that on your Motorola Razr?
Yes.
You would.
So so my first rule is that for every inning that you win, you get to remove a position player from the field.
Okay. I thought you were going to go Savannah Banana rules on us. Okay, that makes sense. I like that.
So, yeah, it doesn't matter how many runs or whatever. If you score 5 or 4 or 1 in the first and you're up 1-0 or 5-0, you get to remove one position player from the opposite team.
That's fun.
Or you can inverse it. So if your team is winning 1-0, then you lose a player.
What if you stole players?
Okay, now we're on a slippery slope.
That would be so much fun, being able to steal players.
No, I think the play is that if you're winning, for every inning that you win, you have to lose a position player. So then the other team has an advantage.
Okay, so then it comes back, and then if the other team wins an inning, do you get your position player back, or are we playing 5-on-4 in? We're playing 5-on-4 in the ninth inning.
Yep. So every inning that's won, you lose a position player.
Dude, that'd be exhausting, but there would be some strategy into it, and it would be fun. Okay,
yeah, I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I give that a 1. I give that a 1 on a 0-1 scale. That's a 1.
Okay, and then my next rule is that as soon as you win an inning, you get to choose who the pitcher is going to be, and that can be a position player or another pitcher. Obviously, they're not going to select a pitcher, but they'll have a position player come in and pitch.
I like that. You're all about like win and you get something. You're adding advantage to it. So you're playing harder.
Well, I backtracked on my last rule. So if you won an inning, you lost a position player, so that hurts you. This new rule is that you win an inning, then you get to choose his pitcher.
Yeah.
So you could be like, okay, Elias Diaz is pitching next inning.
That would be kind of fun.
And he has to pitch at least 3 batters before you make a change.
I got to keep that rule in there.
Yeah.
That would be fun. I'm going to give it a 0 just because like you're getting all-star pitchers to come to the All-Star game to pitch, and then there's a chance they don't pitch. And like
I'm not saying it's not problematic.
Yeah, it's a new rule. It makes it fun. It's a 0.
Yeah, there's some things you got to iron out.
Yeah. All right. My 2 rules. My first rule, my number 2 rule would be one pitch. The pitcher has to tell the hitter what it's going to be. And if it's not a strike, he has to throw that same pitch.
Okay. So you're bringing up, who was it? Kurt Schilling versus A-Rod?
Did he do that? I missed that.
Yeah, he told him his 3 straight fastballs, and he missed them.
He did? Oh.
I think so. I might be misremembering, but
worst combo.
Kurt Schilling told A-Rod if he faced him in the All-Star game, he's going to throw him 3 straight fastballs. And he did. Of course, A-Rod didn't believe him, so he's probably sitting on something else, but he did.
All right. We're going to get Mike on this and see if we can find it. That'd be fun. But there's also not a worse combo of 2 terrible human beings than Schilling and A-Rod.
A-Rod's a shitty human being.
Okay. We're not dogging on him. He's like you said, problematic, right? Here, my last rule would be making the bases bigger again. So make them extra 3 inches. So we were playing with what's that?
I kill for an extra 3 inches.
Yeah, so would my wife. That was terrible. But just adding an extra. What's that arcade baseball game? That Big Heat? No, it was a fantastic when we were younger. I don't know, but it's just like arcade-ish. Just so it'd be fun.
NFL Blitz,
but baseball, but soccer, but baseball.
Right, the hockey version. I remember.
Yeah, but baseball.
Right. Don't know.
Okay. I found the clip. So while you're giving your last rule.
It's Kurt and A-Rod, right?
Yeah. So supposedly you got fastball right down the middle. A-Rod lets the 97 go by. He fouls off the next one. So why you tell your last rule?
I don't know if I have a last rule.
You're supposed to have 3.
I feel like my first 2 are pretty good.
Did you like the idea that if it went into extras, there was going to be a home run derby?
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah, I did like that. And actually, it's in my adult baseball league here in town. It's a similar tiebreaker because we can't go to extras. So it's not a home run derby, but you get 3 pitches, and your pitcher and batter are from the same team, and your batter has to hit however many balls to the outfield. Whoever hits more wins. And you have to swing. You have to swing no matter what. So it doesn't matter if it's a strike or a ball. So
he struck him out on a 97 mile per hour fastball.
Yep.
And the stare down.
Because he told me, he said, "I'm just throwing you fastballs."
I hate that Kurt Schilling won that, but I'm glad that A-Rod lost that.
Yeah, there's no bad outcome.
No, not at all.
All right.
Okay, so you don't have a third rule, so you're terrible at your own show?
Yep.
All right, so let's go on to the next segment. So this one's a fun one. Every year we have this conversation, right? Look at the ticker. There we go. Look at me. Who will the Rockies trade? And this is an actual, legit conversation. I want to get all bantery about it. So Rockies are sellers, maybe? I don't know. They might have a shot being about 40 games out.
They can only be sellers. There's
On
no other
pace
scenario.
to lose 101 right now, I believe. Is where we're at. Who do they move? So we have all the options, but like, who do they legitly move? And I really do think this regimen is going to move some players. They've talked about it. Like, we kind of like, there was a tweet out today that Montero was sent down to get more playing time, and the corresponding move is probably Michael Toglia to come up to see what he's got, which is weird because they called up Toglia about 2 weeks ago, and he literally was on like the taxi squad and went right back down to Albuquerque and didn't even see the Major League Clubhouse. And I can see that happening again because they need CJ Cron to play, and then you got Nolan Jones, who's obviously positioned himself in Rymax there. So like, where do you actually put Mike Toglia? So it's gonna be interesting how they make this work. He does have a little bit more defensive versatility than Eulerys Montero, but I'm just very skeptical of Montero needs to go down and Toglia comes up so we can see what they have.
Well, that's why Montero had to go down in the first place, because his defense is horrible.
Yeah, and then they switched him to first base only, and his defense at first is definitely not a concern anymore. Like, I'm more concerned as Crone at first than I am Montero.
Okay.
So, however, who do they move? There's probably, I'm putting the over under at 2.5, and I'm taking the over on major league trades this next month.
Yeah, it should be over.
It should be. 3. And I really think they're actually going to do it. I know you're the pessimistic. That's why I like to have this conversation with you, because you and I see differently to this. So I'm asking you, finally, get into it. Who do they actually move?
The first piece they're going to move is Suter, for sure.
Is it Suter?
Yeah, so it's going to be relief pitching is the most valuable thing that you can get at the trade deadline to improve your bullpen. It's the easiest and most valuable spot. So I think Suter is the first piece because he's been amazing, and the fact he didn't make the All-Star game is a little bit of a shame. I mean, he's a reliever, so doesn't get a lot of love to start with. So I guess that's fine. But I think he's number one piece. The number two piece is Pierce Johnson. He's a good closer. Well, he's not good. He's above average. But when you take in the fact that, he's at Coors Field, and then he can slot into a setup role number one or setup role number two for a contending team is attractive. So I think those two pieces are really good, especially Suter, being left-handed. That's an added plus. So him and Pierce Johnson are 1 and 2 to me. Third piece could be a CJ Cron very easily, or it could be another relief pitcher for a small time, kind of, for a player to be named later type of thing.
I agree with all of that. All three of those guys should be moved. I don't know if Suter will actually be moved, because the Rockies are doing that thing. I know I said earlier where I believe that they will be moving people, but they're doing that thing that they did with Daniel Bard last year, that they actually like Suter, and he knows how to pitch in Coors. So I don't think he's going to actually.
But you're not competing. You're not.
I agree. I agree with what you're about to say.
You're not competing next year. So when Monfort comes out in the offseason and says this should be a 500 ball club, we're not going to be a 500 ball club next year.
We don't know until you play the games.
I understand, but it's not happening.
Okay. Again, yes, that should be what they do. But I think they like him. He knows what to pitch. He knows how to pitch. I just think he stays. I do believe they'll move Brad Hand and Pierce Johnson.
No, yeah, and that's the other reliever I was thinking of that couldn't come to mind is Brad Hand. But
I knew you were thinking.
I don't understand. So why would you keep Suter, but why wouldn't that same logic apply to Pierce or Hand?
I'm going to look up the numbers, but my basis is just what I've read, what I'm listening to, what I'm hearing, is that the Rockies just like Suter. He's a good clubhouse guy. He's fun. He knows how to pitch. He knows how to keep it light. He's a good mentor to everything that you heard about Daniel Bard the last 2-3 years is exactly what I'm hearing about Brent Suter.
Sure, but he was also waived last year. He was put on the waivers. I mean,
Who?
how do you know you're going to get another good year out of him? He's maximized his value. You need to capitalize.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But what the Rockies do and what they say are pretty similar. And Suter has a 2.81
Idiotic,
ERA,
you mean?
41 innings pitched, knows what to do. He's on the IL with the quad right now, but again, he has that veteran presence that the Rockies love. You put Bard,
You
Suter,
can sign
Lawrence, Caldwell,
you can sign a veteran on a minimum in the offseason.
and who's going to do that? Like, what reliever is going to be able to match Suter's this year, next year?
Well, nobody thought Suter would do what Suter's doing now because he was waived last year.
There was data that showed that he was a really good fit for Coors, and he's proven it.
Okay, I understand. He's maximized his value. Now it's time to capitalize.
Agreed.
If you're smart.
I don't think they move him. I do think they move Brad Hand because he has the experience. He is a veteran. He has the playoff experience is what I mean. He's not doing so hot for the Rockies, but he could be a nice piece for a playoff contender team that needs a lefty out of the bullpen. So that's why I think they like Brad. They're going to move Brad Hand because they don't like him as much.
Suter.
Hand.
First one. Has to go.
Suter is a 60% chance to leave. Brad Hand is a 90% chance to leave. Pierce Johnson's also gone. I don't think Pierce Johnson can handle Coors.
Okay, so we're over our 3.
Yeah. There should be 3 relievers that move. I think only 2 are going to move. Then I believe they move a CJ Crone, they move a Randall Grichuk, and I think Jurickson Profar should be moved, but I don't think he has any value. So I think he's going to be on the team come.
Yeah, he's staying.
And they've invested too much money in him, so they're not going to DFA him when you're paid him $7 million. You're getting a 320 OBP with terrible defense.
Hey, do you remember when the front office knew that Trevor Story was going to walk and then they didn't move him at the trade deadline?
Yeah, and they got nothing for him, and then he ended up being injured, so it was almost a wash. But
right,
they could have got something for him. They could have got something for him. Yeah. Does Nolan Arenado come back? Because the Cardinals are trading people. Cardinals are trading people. They have been out front that they're trading people. And do we say Nolan Arenado is a Rocky come August 1st?
Yeah, if you want to, if you purposely want to vengefully and very pettily make somebody's life a living hell, then yeah, let's go get him. Let's go.
Like, seriously, let's just go all in on it. Like, give him $50 million. Trade you Montero. Give him Montero back, and throw in a Suter. Yeah, they don't need a Suter. Give him. I don't even know. Give him a Abad. Give him Fernando Abad.
How about this? How about we trade them Austin Gomber? And Elias Montero.
Yep.
And a minor leaguer, and
I think Jake Sommers is the other one. I think he's still in the organization. I think he's on the IL somewhere.
Isn't there a Monteo Gill out there somewhere?
He got shipped off to Tampa.
Damn it! Let's trade for him back.
No, that was Tony Losi. Tony Losi went to Tampa. Mateo Gill went somewhere.
Well, let's get him back, and then
let's get him back, and then trade him back. And then give him $50 million with all that. So would we be paying the Cardinals to pay Arenado's contract?
No, let's give him another $50 million.
Yeah, because right now we're paying on Arenado's contract, but then they trade it back to us. So then the Cardinals would have to pay his contract. So would we be paying the Cardinals to pay the contract for us?
Yeah, let's just cancel it out. Bring him back.
Call it a wash and bring him back. Yeah, that'd be wild. I just want give me any prospects at all. Don't need any major league talent. Give me somebody in the AA, high A, somebody that you're adding to the crop just to see what we got. Preferably a starting pitcher in the top 10, top 15 of any league's organization for any of these guys.
Well, I don't have any specific names, but
I don't either.
But here's the thing is that the Rockies need to clearly identify some type of vision and philosophy. And I think they always counted on that hitting was always going to be around in Coors, and I think we found out during the Ian Desmond era that that's not the case.
Oh, I saw something fun about that.
Yeah, so I think we really just need to go back all out on hitting. And I mean, if you're a hitter, Coors Field is super attractive. And if you're a pitcher, I mean, let's be honest, if you're drafted by the Rockies, like you're not, you might say in the press that you're happy about it, but deep down, you're probably not very happy about it. So I think that if you can just go all out, get some power hitters, and go that way, and just like let's go back to the Blake Street Bombers and just see where pitching finds itself. Like we'll do it because in 2007 when we went to the World Series, our pitching was the best it had ever been, and it was just like our staff ERA was slightly above 4, but like nobody intended or crafted the roster to be that way. It was just kind of a luck of the draw type of thing. So I'd rather just go all out on offense and just see where pitching lands.
Yeah, they didn't draft any batters. They didn't draft any bombers. So maybe that's the plan. Billy's like, let's draft college arms, all college arms. No, not one prospect arm was added this draft. And maybe they're just going to trade all their assets for power hitters. Maybe that is Billy Schmidt's plan.
I mean, we drafted a bunch of pitchers last year. They're obviously just like throwing as many tacks at the wall for pitching as they can and see hopefully something pays out. I mean, did you see the Rockies draft room?
Yeah, 3 of them.
Are you kidding me?
Just hanging, dog.
Are you kidding?
Like, there's one more of us right now, just hanging. Out of Tennessee. Did you see there's like 5 guys from Tennessee that were drafted? Like, not Tennessee University, just literally Tennessee region. Rockies are going to Rocky. So with that and said, like you brought up Ian Desmond. So this was a tweet I saw by Hayden. Very smart tweeter. HJR Rockies. Ian Desmond hit blah, 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 81 WRC plus in Colorado. So Ian Desmond, 81 WRC plus. Not very good, right? Below average. The 2023 Colorado Rockies are hitting 79 WRC plus.
Yeah, we could use Ian.
Yeah. Ian Desmond's walk rate, 7.5. Colorado Rockies this year, 7.4. Ian Desmond's K rate, 23.9. Rockies this year, 24.2. The Rockies are Ian Desmond. And we're just going to leave that at that. So over three trades, at least 2 of them being relief arms, and then somebody else, a Crone, a Gritchick, and hopefully Profar and Hayden Carroll are all DFA'd and go away, and we still have the kids. We need to see Aaron Schunk in purple this year. Need to see Aaron Schunk. Putting that on the docket. Maybe we send an email to Billy, big old Billy and Mr. Dick Monfort, and let him know Aaron Schunk is still down there. Ian, are you ready, Professor James, for your history lesson?
Yeah, I'm ready to give it an honest try.
Rockies history with Professor James. So last time we did this, you told us about the crazy playoff game in 1995.
Yeah, it was 95.
Nice. Yes, real good. It was a fun one. And it has a 30-minute recap on YouTube. So go back, or if you can't find it, go to our YouTube from 2 weeks ago and watch it. So, Professor James, give us that lesson, dog.
Well, I have to be honest with you. I wasn't going to do a Rockies history. I was just doing baseball history.
I told the fans wrong. Wait, let me update the banner. Go ahead. You can start. Anytime you want.
Can I set the scene for you?
I mean, that's the only thing I want you to do. I want you to put me there. I'm reading a book right now with my kids that puts us in like the time of Jackie Robinson. It's really good. So I want that from you right now.
Yeah, we're going even further. So, yeah. So Forbes Field. You remember Forbes Field?
Yeah, New York?
Nope, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, good old Pittsburgh.
It's Game 7, 1925 World Series between Pittsburgh Pirates and the Washington Senators.
Okay.
Look at that foul ground right there.
That's a deep backstop.
That's an Oakland A's backstop if I've ever seen one.
But like behind the plate.
Yeah.
And then you have this sick corner over here in the left. The outside's sweet.
Yeah, great field.
Okay.
So anyway, Game 7, World Series, obviously a sold-out crowd. Well, it's been raining for a couple days, and that particular day, it was raining the entire time. So what did they do in front of this sold-out crowd to get rid of the rain? Well, they doused the entire infield. They didn't have tarps back then, so no tarps.
No tarps.
They decided that the best course of action was to douse the entire infield in gasoline
What?
and then light it on fire.
What? Why would they do that?
Yes. To get rid of the water. Duh.
That doesn't make any sense.
So they doused it in gasoline.
So I'm putting it up right now. Yeah. Okay.
And that's the scene you see right in front of you. They doused the entire infield in gasoline to get rid of the rain. And they played the game. So all the fans got cancer, by the way.
Probably long, yeah.
But they played the game.
That's wild. Why? That's... Who was
Is
in
that not
charge?
insane?
So the picture that we're seeing is
Senior.
only the right side, first and second base side of the infield dirt there, just engulfed. And like
And you can see the entire foul ground there is doused in water.
yeah.
I mean, it's flooded.
So they do have a tarp, it looks like, at home plate, right? Would you agree that that's a tarp right there?
Looks like it.
So like home plate's covered with a tarp. But
Yeah, and the
it looks
mound.
like the mound, and the mound is also.
Yeah, and they have puddles of water on the infield, so they just
Yeah.
douse it in gasoline, light it on fire. I told my college
wild.
baseball friend about this, and he said, "Oh yeah, this is pretty typical. Even now, this happens occasionally. Or if you're at a private institution, they might actually land a helicopter on the infield and get rid of the water that way."
Like, what do you mean land a helicopter on there? Like, literally.
Yes, they will literally put a helicopter on the field.
And use the propellers
And-
to.
Correct.
That's stupid.
I mean, it's baseball for you.
Bring back the days of the players just scooping it off with the brooms and the mops. Give me the good old days. That's wild. I had no idea. I would say I'm a baseball savant or a baseball fan. I should know most history like that. I've never heard of that story.
2 weeks ago in my adult baseball league, we had
Another brag.
50, yeah,
Yeah.
where we throw 65-mile-an-hour fastballs.
Just gas them up. Gas them up.
There was a 15-minute downpour that happened, and they canceled the game in front of us, and we still wanted to play. So we got on the field. We had leaf blowers, rakes, and tamps, and just worked it. Just raked it and worked it.
Just old men raking and working it.
But, yep, 30-minute delay. We got the game on.
That's good. And any broken legs? No broken
nothing.
wrists?
Thankfully, the sun was out. Dried it up relatively quick. Raked it up. Had a good time.
Nice.
Lost
See?
the game 7. We lost the game 7-6.
Worth it?
Definitely.
Any
Hands
day
up.
it's a good day. Any day it's a good day when you're playing baseball.
Absolutely.
I dig that. Yeah. That sounds way better than dousing it. So next time you get rained out, are you bringing that idea up? Yo,
No,
let's go get
exactly.
some
So-
gasoline. Gas is cheaper now. Might be more economical than wasting all of your energy raking and stuff.
No, yeah. So I found this story, and I sent the picture to the group text, and I said, "So clearly, next time it rains, this is our game plan, right?
Yeah.
Right?"
Yeah.
So
And-
they all agreed. So we're
Okay.
going to try the gasoline experiment next time.
Video evidence, please. And I will be watching the weather for northern Illinois, Indiana, wherever you're at right now. Kansas, I don't know. You're somewhere around there.
Nebraska. Yeah.
Nebraska.
Close.
I mean, it's all the same. From North Dakota to Oklahoma to Missouri, it's all like one giant state.
Flyover country.
Love that. How'd your All-Star game go? Yeah. Have you played it?
It happens Saturday.
Okay, so get a full recap in a week, maybe.
We'll get some video for you.
Dude, video. Give me some video footage. Are you pitching? Are you an all-star pitcher? You all-star hitter?
No.
All-star shortstop?
And that's a good question. Our head coach played at
TCU.
Boston College, so I'm just going to trust that he's going to know where to put me. I'm
The
not going to
Boston College?
pitch. Yes, correct.
Whoa.
I'm not pitching because I have to pitch the next day on Sunday.
Oh, they do that to you? They don't even give you a day off?
Right. So I'll be playing the field somewhere. I'm not going to be pitching. And then John Anderson, our fantasy baseball friend, will also be on the field.
Dang.
Not pitching. I don't know what he's going to be doing. So
Probably numbers. Probably
we'll see
making
what happens.
a tabloid. A tableau. Getting into a Tommy Pham or something.
Yep.
I hope he should show up in a Tommy Pham jersey. That'd be fun.
I threw a bullpen yesterday at a place called Bethel College. Zach Plesac played there actually.
Yeah,
Cleveland
I knew that. Yeah.
Yep. And John Anderson was telling him about how he's telling the head coach, "Hey, if you need a data guy, I know somebody."
So, it's him. He's the guy.
Yep, he's the guy.
I mean, you gotta put your name out there somehow.
Absolutely.
Like somebody sponsor us, right?
Correct.
We obviously know what we're doing and talk about. Yeah, that's fun. I'm very jealous and very envious of your old man baseball, especially when you don't have to tax your arm. Like maxing out at 65 sounds glorious.
Yeah, no curveballs, nothing. Just 2-seam, 4-seam. I tried to throw a cutter. I watched Trevor Bauer's video on how to throw a cut. Yes.
Douche. Yeah.
Yeah. And I tried to implement the cutter into my game. Not as easy as it looks on YouTube. Apparently, Trevor, thank you.
Yeah. Just add another knock to his profile, his wiki, whatever you want to call it, his reputation. So you should just reach out to Dugan. Dugan can teach you how to throw a cutter. Don't you just throw it really hard? Don't you just go like that and throw it really hard?
Yeah, but you have to like kind of get on the side of it and then pull down on the seams.
Yeah, whatever that means.
So you throw it like a fastball, but yet you get the slider rotation.
Yeah, I know what a cutter is. I don't know how to. I know you're just saying.
Oh, yeah, exactly. No, it's super easy. Yeah, nobody can
put pressure on the side and bring it down.
Right, and then just throw it really hard.
Right. Throw it like you're throwing 80, but it's only going to go 60.
Correct. And then when you only throw 60, then it turns out that it's just 60 down the middle.
Because it probably has to head a certain speed to actually cut.
Yeah, it turns out you need like torque and rotation and
what is it? Torque? Yeah, torque. You'll get there. I mean, 40's right around the corner. You'll get there.
Sure.
Yes. All right, listen to this. Nobody cares. All right, so the Rockies All-Star moment. So Elias Diaz, you could argue. We are going to argue. We're probably not going to argue. Top All-Star game moment for the Rockies. We've talked about Aaron Cook's 3-game performance, and there's some other ones in there. And this is just a good opportunity to share the good writing by Noah Spyrick over at BlakeStreetBanter.com. Yes, that is our actual URL now. We own that right now. So he went through the history books, and he literally went through all 31 years of Colorado Rockies All-Star game history and gave a recap of what each player did in that game and what they did. So pretty cool. Going all the way to the beginning. Andres Colorado, Dante Bichette, Vinny, Dante. A lot of hitless games those first few games in the beginning.
At least Vinny was in the home run derby.
Yep, Vinny was in that 1995 All-Star home run derby. Didn't win it.
Helton was in it too, and he had a really bad showing.
Cargo was in it. He won his first round. But he went all the way through it. Just fun. I had no idea Brian Fuentes was that good. Like, I knew he was good. But, like, he was an all-star 2005, 2006, 2007. For some reason, I thought he had 2008. I didn't know he was back-to-back-to-back all-stars.
Yeah, that was back when you had to have one person, and we were really bad.
Yeah.
No, Fuentes was the real deal. And even when he got moved to another team, I think Oakland Athletics even, he was good reliever. He had deceptive left-handed delivery, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he was fun to watch pitch when he actually pitched it. 2003, Todd Helton, Sean Chacon. Completely forgot he was a Rocky. And Preston Wilson, the long forgotten center fielder there. That was the year Helton hit a 2-run home run.
Yeah, let's watch this.
Yeah.
Helton's pretty good.
Just stud. Yeah, did we mention there's clips on that article too? So if you are listening, go find that. Todd Helton. So Todd Helton hit a homer. Here's Josh Fuentes doing some work in at the top of the 6th. Look at that. Look at that.
Nasty.
Aaron Cook found a clip where he's actually describing his 3-inning extra inning. Could not for the life of me find Ubaldo's 2010 appearance where he started the game. Couldn't find it anywhere, where he gave up 2 hits, walking 1 with 1 strikeout, but he threw 2 scoreless. So I put your video up there on that. Tulowitzki, his single, Cargo, his home run derby. So what would you rank? Let's go like top 2. 1-2 for you, 1-2 for me, but you cannot piggyback off what the other person says. What is your top all-star moment of this entire 31 list?
Recency bias. Diaz obviously winning MVP.
Very recent. Yeah.
And I guess the second best moment outside.
No, I go. I go. I go.
Okay.
I'm going Ubaldo. Going Ubaldo starting. A Rockies pitcher starting an All-Star game is just insane. And the fact that was when they used to go 2 innings. I mean, Herman went 2 innings a few years ago. So, but a Rockies pitcher started an All-Star game. First and probably only Herman did it. It's just really cool. So I'm going Ubaldo because that year he was absolutely nasty, 2010, and like nobody gave any respect. That was when Coors was going to Coors. So
yeah,
I'm going Ubaldo starting in 2010. I'm going off the cuffs there.
Yeah, and then I'll go Vinny Castilla in Coors 1997.
Why?
Because it's in Coors. He was in the home run derby. Just the hometown vibe feels.
No, but 1995 wasn't the Rockies.
1997.
97. Vinny Castillo wasn't in it.
He was in the home run derby.
In 1997?
Yes.
Okay. Are we counting that as an all-star moment?
Yeah, let me double check.
No, 1997 was Jacobs Field. Coors Field was 1998. Vinny Castillo. There we go.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
Yeah.
Off by here.
Unfortunately, the 3 combined to go 0 for 5, and the AL won a Coorsy high-scoring 13-8.
Yes.
But Vinny Castillo, 1998 home run derby. We'll get Mike on that.
Vinny Castilla hit two home runs on opening day in 1998.
Stud. Is he going to be a coach? He should be a hitting coach.
He could be. I trick-or-treated at his house once when I was a kid.
How do you know it's his house?
Because he was on the couch. He wouldn't come to the door.
So you were the kid that creeped in and looked at and it's like, yo, that's Vinny? Or how do you know it just wasn't somebody in a Vinny Castillo costume?
Definitely not a costume.
How do you know?
I was in school with a kid named Aaron, and he lived down the street from Vinny Castilla. And yes, it was in a neighborhood that was very affluent. And he said, this is Vinny Castilla's house. And we said, no way. And we're like, yeah, let's go trick-or-treat. So we did. His wife answered the door, and we said, hey, can Vinny come to the door? I said, nah, he's pretty tired. And I saw the back of his head on the couch. Relaxing.
Aaron lied to you. Aaron's a dick, and he lied to you.
No, I swear to God.
This is where that's true.
I swear to God. I almost smelled Vinny Castilla's hair.
If I ever see Vinny Castilla in my entire life, I'm going to ask him you were probably 7, 8. If he remembers, I mean, you were probably like an Oompa Loompa for Halloween. Oompa Loompa 1997.
I was definitely a ninja. Definitely.
Ninja. Yeah. Classic. Just classic.
I was a Power Rangers ninja.
I am going Aaron Cook's 3-inning relief appearance in extras. That's just
Back
fun.
when the All-Star game meant something.
When it meant something. Take us back to the good old days. They still lost, but going 3 with Dan Ugla as your defender in the back. Little sketch.
Little sketch.
Little sketch.
A lot of sketch.
See, I think this might be the Ugla era and all that. But that's maybe Matt Holliday started out in right field. Aaron Cook, again, a pitcher making the All-Star game. Very impressive, let alone it being Aaron Cook, who's a dog. But it's just cool. And having to go 3 innings and not like after expecting not to come in at all, and then having to come in to get 3 innings with this. Who was worse, Dan Ugla or Chuck Knobloch?
Dan Ugla.
He could not. He's the one. Neither one of them could throw it to first base either, right?
At least Chuck could field it.
Chuck could field it. Couldn't make that throw. Let's see.
Run it over.
Here's Vinny Castillo's home run derby. 5 innings long. Or 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not good.
Terrible quality. However, look at the fence before the Brightich wall. This is what they should do now with the jerseys, by the way. Have the specialty jersey be the home run derby, and then let the guys wear their actual jerseys on the actual game time.
That's what I'll be doing Saturday, baby.
Hitting home runs or throwing BP?
And then beating his kids afterwards.
You beat kids?
Bichette did.
Yeah, that was a terrible story that came out.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about that one.
Oh, is that a dark stain? Is that a dark stain for you?
That's terrible, man.
Yeah, it is.
That was a rabbit hole I did not need to go down.
Sorry.
like it hurt. Like, that was my childhood, and see Dante Bichette. Yeah, it sucks. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm really shocked to find out guys pumped up on steroids probably took it out on the kids a little bit.
You are going all out on that. You might get us canceled on YouTube.
Sorry.
Even King Griffey's dang.
Did you know Griffey didn't win Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, either did Alex Rodriguez. But Kyle Lewis did.
And Griffey lost out to a guy from Nebraska. What a loser.
Yeah, who was that? Erstad?
No, Greg Olson. He was a reliever for the Orioles.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
Don Baylor.
Oh, Chipper, another good guy.
Don't ruin him for me. Shut your mouth. Look at these camcorders, man. Just dongs. Is Berman on the call?
Chipper's a good guy. You should look him up. Sheffield.
Berman is back. Give me a back, Berman. How many does Castilla hit?
7.
You have no idea.
I'm pretty sure it's 7.
Jim Thome? You remember Travis Hafner?
I liked it better when they had the outs.
I like this new format, but they need to let it
No, hitting 41 home runs in one round is unnecessary.
No, it's so cool.
You remember when Hamilton hit like 40 or something, 30, something like that?
Yeah, it was nuts.
You're too tired to compete later on.
What was his first name?
Josh.
It's fine. I don't need that. I don't need everybody to be Pete Alonso in the home run derby. Give me a show.
Pete's too intense.
I hate Pete. I'm so glad he lost.
Did you see his sign some balls?
No. Like the ones he was hitting?
Yeah, not all of them, but he signed some of them, which is a nice touch, I think.
That's actually pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'll give him that.
He is also a bit of a...
He's just weird. He's just a goober. He's a
He is really
jabroni.
weird.
Jabroni.
He is.
Bringing jabroni back.
Bit of a meathead.
Yeah, doing weights and like just weird. Weird vibes.
Yeah, like doing push-ups in between rounds.
Just weird.
I say that with love because he's an elite athlete. So
Right. Who hits 202?
one rookie of the year though. Griffey never did that.
No, he didn't. And he hit 40 bombs. Volquez. Volquez. I forgot all about Volquez. Bring in the briefcase. Like this, like where they watch it. Like maybe they should pause the timer to watch it and give him like 8 outs or something.
Yeah, I like this format a lot better.
It just took like 17 hours though.
That's fun. At least you can actually watch where the balls hit. With the timer, you can't even watch where the balls are going.
Well, they tried that a few years ago, and then the players started cheating and wouldn't let the ball land and started going.
Well, naturally.
Yeah.
I'd rather do this. Much rather.
After going back and watching this, I think I'd rather have this.
Yep.
Give me 5 hours of dongs.
That's what she said.
God, this guy just smashed.
Unbelievable. And they weren't barely over. I mean, they're just monsters.
These are all monsters.
Yep.
28. Gold ball, $119,000. You like his chances getting to the finals. And we're going to end on that. Josh Hamilton. Dog. Fun. All right. Anything else for the good of the cause?
Nope.
Baseball's back tomorrow, all across all leagues, major league, minor leagues, all the leagues. Draft coverage. Me and Tyler are coming back next Monday with draft coverage. He's working on an article so you can read it for you guys that don't like to hear us talk. And if you can't read, you can hear us talk about it. Like, look at us do both things for you. I think that's all I got. James is going to the All-Star game next week, so send good vibes.
Indiana Adult League.
Just
come out.
Stud. All the video footage, please. Put that on live. Put live stream it or something. Find a way. Find a way. And as always, go Rockies and minor league affiliates. Woo! And the new draftees. See ya. Oh.
Thank you for watching and listening. Please check out our link tree for more content.